Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Davis Mwenda and this is Project Explained. So what is Project Explained? Project Explained is a YouTube channel that will engage you, me, and everyone who is looking up to start a construction project or any other project. So we'll be discussing a lot about construction and mainly the processes, the procedure of undertaking a construction project. So kindly always support us by subscribing, commenting, especially on the comments. Let's get engaged, as in ask questions. Let's discuss, write questions. Let's know what you think. Nobody has abundance of knowledge, so I'd also love to learn from you guys. So the essence of this channel, as I've said, is to discuss and demystify. I think before you start any project, it is very important to know at least the basics of any project, because what I believe in construction, especially on construction, any mistake costs money. So if you don't do it the right way, you'll end up getting probably bad job, bad quality, or repeat jobs. So you need to know exactly what happens to any project that you undertake. So this is Kenya, East Africa, and mostly we'll be discussing about mainly projects in Kenya because of laws and regulations and the permits needed to undertake some of these projects. And today I want us to start with a project that I feel many people are not versed with it, because where I sit and my from my experience at work, I've seen people come and you try to explain to them and they're like, they never knew if these things were this complex. But we are not going to talk them in the complex way. We are going to make them easy, very easy for everyone to understand. So I choose to start with boreholes. I think everybody has heard of a borehole or knows what is a borehole, but maybe does not know exactly the process of getting a borehole. So, and when I mean a borehole, I don't mean the shallow wells, the hand dug wells. I mean the one that is mechanically drilled. So, as I've said again, today we are going to discuss about boreholes and the process of drilling a borehole. So, you may ask yourself, what is a borehole? So, in layman's language, or anybody would like to explain it, I'll read to you. It's an hollow hole drilled in the ground, and they do vary in depth and diameters depending on the use and application. And their aim is to access and abstract groundwater and other purposes such as gas exploration, mineral extraction, and geotechnical investigations. So today in this episode, we are going to focus on groundwater extraction. So we are drilling a borehole to get water to supplement our needs. And I would like to take you through the procedures of sinking a borehole in Kenya. You need to ask yourself, what should be the first procedure? And in my own way, and in my own thinking, and out of experience, I would say the first thing is the inception. And the inception is the thought of having a borehole. So you think, and you've had that thought of having a borehole. It has to be brought by a need. What is this need? Water. So this water, you need it. You need the purpose of that water. What is the purpose of the water? Maybe you want to do farming. Maybe you want to supplement your water at your homestead. Maybe the local authority is not, or your water service provider is not giving you sufficient water. So you think of an alternative, which mostly would be a borehole. Maybe it's an institution that needs water, a parastatal, anything. As in, there is a whole wide range of people who may need water. But now, does everyone know the procedure? And that's why we are starting with the inception, the thought, the need, and the purpose. So once we establish the need and the purpose of having a borehole, now you're in the right way and you're starting now to, that's the first procedure, you're starting now to get the right way to get a borehole. Now, once you're done with now the inception, you've thought about it, you've had the need, and you've got the purpose, and mark you need to make sure if you're going for a borehole, make sure it's sustainable. Make sure there are no other alternatives that may be cheaper of doing a borehole. Because, so as I was saying, drilling a borehole is really an expensive venture. So you need to be very sure that this is the only alternative you have and the cheapest alternative you have. So once you're done with the inception, now you go to the next step, which is the research. You need to watch search videos like these ones. You need to visit somebody who has drilled a borehole. You also need to Google, look around, as in get yourself information, so that before you go for drilling someone, you go to somebody who will drill it for you. Make sure you know at least one or two things about a borehole. So the next thing is research. Research very well. Familiarize yourself with the basics, as in what is a borehole, as in physically, maybe you've visited a friend and you've seen a borehole, and that will really help when you get into working in other professionals, the drilling companies. Now, after that, you need to get a budgetary cost. So this is now where you visit several drilling firms. From your research, remember, you visited websites, you saw this company has done this, you've seen their videos, seen their interviews, and maybe even a referral by somebody. So you need to visit them, and they will give you a budgetary cost. And make sure you get a budgetary cost for full works, as in from the survey works, drilling, equipping, water storage solutions, everything, so that you get a budget of and get a feel of how much you're going to spend before you even start, so that you don't get into a project, get halfway and you're stuck. So at this point, the budget part, make sure you get a payment plan. Ask them, how am I supposed to pay? From there, then now you are familiarized, you've seen the quotations, and a good driller or a good drilling company or an agent that you'll find in an office will give you a budgetary drilling quota. You will base his quotation from surrounding boreholes data. If this is a driller or a company that has experience, they know a certain area goes for what depths, so they will give you a budgetary quote for that. Now that is to guide you, so that you know, am I really hard for this or not? So after that, you've got your quotation. Now you need to do the due diligence, so that now you engage yourself now to engage a certain firm to do drilling for me. Now, what is due diligence? Due diligence is confirming and making sure these people really exist. They have a physical office, they have machines, they are registered in necessary, or as in their compliance with the laws of Kenya. Do they have NCAs? Do they have Ministry of Water certificate? As in, visit them, get a physical location, go there, and that will really help you, so that you don't engage yourself with which we call briefcase companies. It's very common in Kenya, so make sure you visit, see, and if you're comfortable with that company, now engage them. And I would advise, if it's possible, let them do survey for you. They do survey, so that you walk the journey together. So you've done the research, you've done your due diligence. Now you need to know how it works. And my approach would be work in phases. Have a phase 1, a phase 2, and a phase 3. And for me, a phase 1 would be the survey itself and getting the permits. So once you're done with phase 1 and you've got the permits, walk to phase 2. Do the actual drill. Drill your borehole, have it cased, test pumped, and go to water quality analysis, and they have registered your borehole in the Ministry of Water. Now you have a borehole that is capped. You go to phase 3, which is equipping. On equipping, you can choose. You either want to do solar powered, or you want to do mains powered, or you want to do generator powered. It all depends with that. And remember, phase 3 is determined by phase 2 because you need the data for you to design a pump in phase 3. So after phase 3, you've done your pump, you need to go to phase 4. Phase 4 now should be the water reticulation, the plumbing works, the storage solutions, all that. So make sure, well, if you have enough money, you can do them all together, but phase them so that you move from phase 1 to the last phase, as I've said, the 4 phases. Now, you've categorized your phases. Now, let's start with phase 1. Phase 1 is survey. Now, what is survey? In hydrogeology, it's called hydrogeological survey. This is where you engage an hydrogeologist and make sure he's a registered or an experienced one who goes to your farm. The main aim of the survey is to locate a point in your farm. So he has his machines to make sure he gets water and recommends to you a point in your farm. So he has many ways of the water investigation in your farm. You may use a PKWT, you may use a thermometer, so all those. But in later, as we go on with the episodes, we will cover the survey itself as a topic. But now I'm just giving you the breakdown. As in, on the survey stage, this is where you get to know, and this is where the hydrogeologist gets to find water in your farm. So he gets the water in your farm and locates a point. And once you locate a point, make sure you get a physical point, mark it, have something there, and get a GPS coordinates of that point. So at this point, then you've located your point and the GPS coordinates are there. Now the hydrologist will go do your report, then share with you. But now that's not the end of the survey. Now after that, you need to register or apply. You need to apply the relevant permits to drill. And number 1 is a Water Resource Authority authorization to drill. And for you to register for this or apply for this, you need to provide your geologist, the one who has done the survey for you, with the necessary documents to accompany your application. And this is you need to give him or her your copy of your KRA PIN. You need to give him a copy of your ID and the land document. May it be a title, an allotment, a signed chief document, any document to show that that land belongs to you. And if the land is registered under a company, you will need to give a certificate of incorporation instead of the ID. That's what will be used. And again, this part of survey, there are other charges, or there are other things that are done. In Kenya, not everywhere, where a certain region will require for you to provide a no objection. So any region that requires a no objection from a water service provider, you will have to get a no objection order so that they can allow you to drill the bore. Okay, and there are other places where you get the Water Users Association, who are called RUA, to also authorize you. So it depends on which region you are dealing with. So specifically when, let's say you are doing it Kiambu, their own regulations. So your hydrologist will lead you and guide you on all the requirements. So that's it. Now you've applied for the permits. You've given the geologist the necessary documents, and the point is marked in your land. Now, there's something called an environmental impact assessment. So here, this is a NEMA report. You'll engage an health and safety. The NEMA guys, they will come, they will do an assessment on your area, and they'll write a report, and this report will be tendered to the NEMA offices, and you'll get a NEMA license. And Maki, you cannot get an NEMA license for borehole drilling before you get the authorization. So once the authorization is out from the Water Resource Authority, that's when you apply for NEMA. Now, when you know you get the two documents now, you have the authorization to drill and you have the NEMA license. Now you can be ready to drill, and that's where now phase 2 comes in. But before you go to phase 2, there is the part you need to follow now. You've jumped ahead. So the survey has been done, and the hydrogeologist is focusing on getting you the necessary permits to drill. Then you need to go back to your preferred drilling contractor. Now you have the report and you have the maximum recovered depth from the survey report. Go back to him, get now an actual report, an actual drilling quote now for your works, because now the survey has been done and you have the maximum depth. Now get a drilling quote, an actual one, go through it, negotiate it, and get a draft contract of this. So once you get a draft contract of this, read it and make sure it favors you and everyone, so that you make sure you're safe. You may even take it to your lawyer to read it for you, or get the clauses redone to make sure you are safe. Basically, a contract is to make sure you are safe, and even the other party is safe. So once you have the survey, once you have the quotation, and you have the draft contract, now there's a cooling period of about 6 to 8 weeks, and this period is now when now the permits are being processed for you to drill a borehole. So at this point, you'll be organizing yourself, because now you have the actual quotation of the drilling, you know the amount, and Maki, you need to know it takes 5 to 14 days to drill a borehole, so the amount in the quotation needs to be there so that you don't get challenges, because they may start drilling today, you've paid the deposit, in 2 days they are finished, or 3 days they are installing casings, and they need another payment. So you need to have planned yourself very, 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 very well. So I think that is phase 1. For now, you are ready. Now you go to phase 2. But now there are other things you need to note. There is the application that you do in Walmart. It's usually categorized under category B. So if you see the Walmart regulations, you're supposed to apply for category D, which is authorization issued for water use alone. Like that, that's what you do. Then after getting the WRA authorization permit and the NEMA license paid and everything, you're now ready for phase 2. And that we'll do it in the next video. So guys, up there, check, I've attached a pictorial view of a borehole. It's a 2D, so it's in 2D. You'll see it there. It has how a borehole looks like, the way it's drilled with the casings. And again, I've also attached the authorization for WRA, the form 004. As I told you, the category of application and the class of permit is B for water use. So it's up there, you'll check it out. So guys, thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe, share, comment and like. And I told you when we are starting, this is our first video, my very first video in this channel. Kindly support, and I always say again, thank you and thank you again for watching. Now episode 2 will come very soon, and we'll be discussing on the actual borehole drilling. I'll take you through all the steps from mobilizing a machine from site to it reaching your site. So, and again, this should go mostly to somebody and to everyone who wants to drill a borehole and you have no idea of what these things entail. Please watch and follow the rest of the episodes, because we'll cover everything. We'll cover even the pumps and the water storage solution, the applications, everything we'll cover in due course of time. So thank you. and always come back to watch. Please subscribe. Please. Thank you. Ciao.